Okay, so we're going to try this again because I clearly did not read the recording manual thing before clicking go. So, anyways, in our last recording, which isn't going to be involved into this video, we declared that we're on the Autobot team, and basically, we're not going to let no one into our circle unless they pass certain criteria, correct?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then we were at, where would we be hiding out at when it becomes nightfall and the humans on the team need a rest?
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Keith had said a church, and then Nehemiah, I think, said junkyard.
Yeah, Silver.
Yeah,
Yep.
Silver said a junkyard. And the last recording, you didn't correct me, so. So, are we going to go to an abandoned church in that case? That's by a junkyard?
Sure. Well, yeah. If that happens, then the Autobots can blend in with the junk in the junkyard, and then the humans can go into the abandoned
church.
Right, but remember, I think it was either into the Bumblebee movie or some other movie. It was where they were in a junkyard and stuff, and they had like some flying Decepticon hover over top of it and stuff, and they located them and started bombing them.
I'm still not a fan of that Bumblebee movie.
Me neither. I didn't like it. Like, I think they could have done it better. Like, I get where they were trying to come from, but it's like, I think it was poorly executed.
Yeah. I like the vehicles that they used.
I'm not a fan of them switching a Bumblebee from a Cadillac to a buggy.
Well,
Right.
originally in the G1 cartoon, he was a bug. So they're trying to make the Bumblebee movie, closer to the G1 version of Bumblebee.
Yeah, but if you've already gone through generations of him being a Cadillac throughout previous movies, why decide to change it?
The end, it actually showed him finding a Camaro of that time, switching to that Camaro, and that's how it plays into the Transformers movie.
So wait, it's supposed to...
It was a backtrack. It was like a recap.
Oh, so this is like a before thought? So this was like before all that other shit happened?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Bumblebee movie is actually, chronologically, the first Transformers movie. Then it goes into the first Transformers movie, then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and so on.
Dude, this is epic content.
I'm a Transformers nerd, so if you have questions, come to me.
It just bothers me. It feels like that should have been done first. That's just my thing. But that's
that was
just me.
my original argument too. Is like it should have been put like that first. So.
Well, if they were going to do one character story first, then it should have. They're going to have too many Transformer characters, one on movies, then going into the Transformers movie.
Wait for the next one to come out. They're going to start rickrolling us, and then they're going to start playing the Baby Shark song. And it's like, no. Poor ratings on
if that
Rotten
happens,
Tomatoes.
then I'm just done. If that happens,
I just feel like introduction of a character is important. So I feel like if you're gonna start off like that, you should have done it with Bumblebee first, then introduce all the rest of the characters throughout the way throughout the orders of Transformers movies.
Well, it's like in the Transformers movies, they're like slowly giving more background to Optimus and stuff. So.
Yeah.
So basically, are we just gonna do how like freaking Bumblebee plotted out?
Huh.
But let's move on to the next question.
Alright, so the next question is where would you be designated to onto the map? And this involves like where, if you've seen the Transformers movies, you know exactly what I'm referring to. Like, are you gonna be in Egypt, England? England's where all the gods are at.
Fuck.
Egypt is where the gods are at and buried at. Like, who are you gonna go to for help? Which ancient ancestor thing?
What are all the locations?
England, France, Egypt, I think Mexico, and a part of the U.S.
Yeah,
And
Mexico
Asia.
and part of the U.S.
I think it's in
Oh,
China.
fuck.
Where part of
Yeah, they
it was
did go
at.
to China and Japan.
I'm gonna go Egypt.
Okay. I think also in China is also where some of the dinos were at too. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Because
they
there was like a 2-part location thing where half of them were here, the other half was there.
no, they introduced the Dinobots in Japan.
Huh. Okay.
But I'd either have to pick either France or England or Japan.
Okay. I'd probably just go with freaking Japan, because in Egypt and stuff it showed a part of like an already human versus human war, and then the Transformers on top of that. I think it was referring to the Iraq War or something like that, because it was against America and Iran or something around there in Egypt.
Okay.
Yeah, I ran from the fight.
Yeah, I ran from the fight too. There was a big metal thing clinking around me.
Left cheek! Left cheek! Left cheek! One of the best damn scenes from that.
So, the next question is, if one of your allies died, like one of the bots and stuff, are you going to try and save them, or are you just going to be like every man for themselves?
Try and save them.
Try to save them.
Alright.
Because, like, in me personally, I feel like every person on the team has value. So it's important to try to save them at the very least.
But at the end of the
Right.
day, would you rather have the Autobots on your team? Or Decepticons, which you guys are just Autobots. So does that mean that you want the world to stay how it is, or you want it to turn over into Cybertron? I think it'd be cool as a mix and stuff if we weren't being turned into slaves for the Decepticons.
Right. That's
Yeah.
what I want.
So you guys would be cool if they can just come to an agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like, that's theoretically what the Autobots want and stuff, is for there to be an agreement where we're not wiping out a whole entire extinction or a whole entire species.
Right.
Just for the record, how many Transformer movies are there?
Probably 6.
I think 7.
Well, 7 if you include, well, probably 7. I think it's 6 though. 7 if you include the 85 version. But that's animated.
Oh, God.
Well, also if you count the one in production right now, or that's going around rumor and stuff, then there's going to be 8.
Yeah. So for the live action, there's 6. But if you're counting, if you're counting the cartoon movies and that, then 7 and 8 and everything else.
Okay.
So we wipe out Starscream and Megatron again. And we make sure that this person does not, or that this bot does not come back ever again from the Arctic and stuff. So basically, humans and bots live coexistingly into universal society. How do you feel?
Good.
I would feel okay with it, just as long as as long as the robots aren't stepping on humans.
Right.
All right. I love minicons. I've always wanted a freaking minicon.
Minicons are amazing.